Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. I have set up the entire bargain bead box in this bead tray or bead mat, wooden bead tray or mat in this big things. Then I have everything here except for the one strand, I believe. So these are the bracelets that I made with that one strand of 6 by 4 millimeter. The color that is very neutral. So except for these, I have everything in here, all the strands, all the findings and everything. So I really like these bracelets. As you guys can see, you can stack them up, you can wear it individually, you can have as much fun as you want to have, is what I feel with these bracelets. I really like them a lot. Um, by this time, the tutorial video for this bracelet will be up in my channel. You guys can go ahead and watch it. This is bargain beadbox subscription items for the month of August 2023. Yeah, it's a little late. I didn't work with it for some time. As you guys all know, my eye problem, so I have been out of it. So now I have decided a pattern. I bring in this bright color in here. So this is what I thought I will do. First I will do a knotted necklace, is what I thought, and I picked out a color of cord which kind of complements this. At the same time, it brings out the green more. I wanted to see the green more. um, I think I have darker green, but another green was lighter as well. And the darker green I have 1 millimeter, not the 0.8 Chinese knotting cord, not the 0.8 millimeter. I don't have the dark green. This is the maximum like coincidental green that I can get from my stash. So I'm going to use this. So what I'm going to do is, apart from this, what you need is a lighter, a scissors, and that's it. Okay, no clasp whatsoever. So I thought I will do a knotted necklace with this orangish bead. This orangish bead kind of like brings out the colors, is what I feel, rather than just, if you just take off these and then look at it like this way, it's a very monotonous I mean, there's nothing bright in it, right? So if you add this bright color, it just kind of pops. So what I'm gonna do here is take my lighter, melt the end, just be very careful, and if you pull it, you will have like a needle kind of a thing right here. So then you can start adding. So that is one way of doing a knotting necklace, and the other way is to add this pendant, right? If you're adding the pendant, you need to cut your cord first. So I have a ruler in this thing itself, so I'm just going to measure that with the ruler. That is, I think, 30 centimeter is 1 feet, right? Let me just, so they have only measurements of centimeters here, not inches. So this is 40 inch, so about say 20 inch, right? 40 centimeters, so it's 20 inch the ruler is. That's good. That's 20, that's 40. So I'm just going to take 8 inches, I would say, give or take, right? 60 and 80, because I just don't want to run out of cord, is what my thought process is always good to be a little bit more than less, because all the hard work that you put will go in water. If you have smaller cord, it'll be hard. So I took 8 inches. I'll let you guys know exactly how much I used it and how much you need. That way you don't have to waste it. So just think about which way you want the necklace, like which, here there is more brown and than the green, so whichever way you want it, you can have it. Insert both the cards, which I don't think so I will be able to. So I'll just melt this end as well and make it into a needle. Now I'm ready to insert both the cords inside the pendant hole of this gemstone that we got in the box. So take the 2 cords, okay, and then pull that. You'll have a loop, then go through that loop, and as it is, this is a lock set knot that we are doing. So just basic lock set knot. If you're not aware of the basic macrame knots, go and watch the basic macrame knots tutorial in my channel. So here we go. I'm going to do a snake knot, okay, just a couple of snake knots. So there is this right cord, there is this left cord, right? Take your right cord and make it into a loop like that. This is your left cord going around. Then this is your right cord. Take the left cord from the back, okay? So left cord from the back, take it and go through that loop, okay, and just hold it right next to the cord right there. And this one you just tighten that up, okay. Now go ahead and rotate this, and then bring the other cord into the loop again and just hold it right next to it and just tighten this up. This is like a knot. One more time, turn it around, bring it, go through that loop, then hold it with your fingers, tighten it. When you're done, go ahead and tighten the other one too. You will get a knot which is called snake knot. Really pretty knots, right? So there we go. Now I'm ready to start adding my beads, and it will come like this rather than the straight line. It'll come in a V format. That's why I did just 2 of the snake knots. Okay, now what I'm going to do is take my cord, and as you guys can see here, we can easily separate the beads into half. So we think about adding these, so it's easy to design. So that needs to be like this. So this bead is not so good, so I move this. So there is let's see, there is 1 2 3 4, okay, 1 2 3 4, okay, 4 of these beads. I think that's good enough. So, and then this is also, I think this is up to 22, this is 23, maybe I take 2 for the earrings. This is 21, yeah, it's approximately same. So take 2 which is similar. These are similar, so I'll do this, keep this here. Okay, I'm going to start adding my beads. So So you can add your beads and then start knotting. I'm using a hand knotting technique. All you need to do is take your cord, wrap it around your two fingers, make a crisscross. Okay, take the end of the cord through the loop that you created. Okay, so now hold that loop from the right and just tighten that up. It needs to be really tight. When you have that tight or taut, hold that knot with your thumb and your index finger and the bead. See how I'm holding it, right? And now pull that. For some reason it's very tight. There we go. So now you have the knot where you want the knot to be, right? So now add the next bead, and now you will get an idea of how your cord looks with the necklace. I really like it. It's kind of fresh, so I like it. So let's just hold on to this, take the next one. This one's not so good. Take the next one. Okay, so I have to be taking it from this side, right? Because I'm doing, yeah, I need to take this bead. So it's like a broad teardrop, so you need to figure out which way you want the teardrop to face, this way or this way, right? This way is good. So that's also something that you need to pay attention to. It's called a pear-shaped bead is what I believe it's called. So I'm designing from the center, so I need to take beads from the center, which I forgot. So go ahead and take this and take the cord through that, and then see how it rotates that thing. Now you put your index finger inside and then hold that, and then hold this, and then tighten that knot up. Okay, so that's it. After that I need to go 2 beads. These are all going to be on the side. I need to be proper taking my beads. Again, wrap it around your fingers, put your fingers inside that loop, take the end on, see this? Hold it with your index finger and pull. There we go. So one more bead before you add the crystal. Okay, there is 2 fingers inside. Now I tighten it up and put my index finger on my right hand inside that space and then pull it. This is a hand knotting technique. Okay, so again, pear shaped. So from the bottom I'm going, you can go either side, but follow one pattern for the entire necklace. So every bead you pick up in the same fashion, right? So here we go. Wrap it around your fingers, crisscross, put your index finger and thumb inside, grab the end tail just like that. You have 2 fingers inside that loop. Just transfer, I like to transfer it to my thumb, but you can do it with the same fingers, and then tighten that up. Put the index finger of your right hand inside so that you can take that off and hold these 2 things and then pull that thing. Nice knots, right? So I will continue following this pattern until I finish one side and come show, and then we'll start the other side. One side of the necklace. So when I measured it, it was around 25 inches, which is about 10 inches is what? 25 inches means, let's see. Yeah, around 10 inches. So we are going to add adjustable sliding knot in the back, so you don't have to worry. So I wanted to show you guys before I start the next side a couple of ways to actually do the knots without you can use a knotty do-it-all. It's a tool. Get that. This is a knotty do-it-all. It's a bead-along tool that you can use to knot the beads with, or you can use a bead-all. That is also a possibility. This is called a bead-all, so I have everything in wood, I guess. Wow, that's nice. So the bead-all or the tweezers, you can use the tweezers, or tweezer nose pliers would also work. So what I'm going to show you guys is how to do with the knotty do-it-all, the bead-all, and the tweezer nose pliers. Okay, you can use regular tweezers that you have around the house. That will also work. Add a bead, wrap it around your fingers, and then put the bead-all, the needle part of the bead-all, inside it. Okay, and then bring it all the way, like, don't tighten it, but hold on, so you can just move the knot. Normally it's very easy sliding. This Chinese knotting cord for some reason is very, very, very tight. I don't know why, but it is what it is. It's twisting and it's tight. You take it and keep it in the V format. Okay, so now we need to actually get this as close as possible. So first, let me bring this as close as possible. For some reason it's not letting me. Okay, and then keep it at the V. Hopefully it does. No, it still doesn't. Let me just see what's going on. For me, hand knotting is pretty easy, simple, straightforward. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this knot just like that, and then continue with a crystal bead and show you guys what I mean by it. But usually the knotty do-it-all, the knotter tool is used for pearl knotting with silk thread. Silk thread is always smooth and nice and thin. So here we go. You just add the knotty do-it-all inside. This time I will just make sure I go all the way right next to the bead. Okay, if you pull it normally, it will go all the way right next to the bead. Keep it in the V format. Okay, and then just push until you deliver the knot right there. So can you see this movement? This is how we push and get the knot exactly where we want to be. I'll show you guys one more time with the knotter tool, and then we will move on to the tweezers and the bead-all. So you make a knot, simple knot. Okay, then put this inside the knot. and then make sure you come all the way close to the bead and keep the end of the cord here in the V-shape format. Okay, make sure it's all the way close. Okay, and then keep it in here. Look, let me show you guys. When you pull this and just do this, and that's how you deliver the knot. Okay, and the next bead will be with the bead all. Make a knot, put the bead all inside that knot, and then pull all the way close to that. So now you pull that while taking the bead all here. You take it, take your pliers, any pliers would work. See, the knot is loose. Go ahead and push it towards the bead. Still it's a little bit loose, so I'm just going to loosen that. Chinese knotting cord is very forgiving that way. If in a silk thread, I would suffer. See, it got loose. Then hold this part tight and then push that knot close to the bead, just like that. So then finally we will use the tweezer nose pliers to try. So what's the direction for the pear-shaped bead? Make a knot. Put the tweezer nose pliers inside the knot, like you can also put the tweezers inside the knot, and then go and hold exactly where you want the knot to come. Okay, just like this. You want the knot to be sitting right next to the bead. See this? So now you pull the end. See, you slowly remove the tweezers or tweezer nose pliers in my case. Okay, and the knot will be loose like how we did the last time. Go ahead and push the knot towards the bead. That way it will be nice. And see, again, that's why I use the hand knotting technique, because I know for sure I will get it right. Loosen that up and then push it towards the bead. There we go. So this is how we do all the different the knots with all the different kind of tools, or simply your hand would do, like how I'm going to do it right now. That's, for me, it's very simple and straightforward. The hand knotting technique is, once you get used to. Initially it was actually traumatizing me, but I got used to it. The more you do, the better you get it. That's as simple as that. I don't have to adjust. I don't have to go ahead and remove the knot and retie it. Nothing of that sort. So I really like the hand knotting technique. Sometimes the holes will be blocked inside the gemstones because they have drilled them. Not quite there. So you can use the awl or even this tool, see, to clear any debris in the hole. And then also it gets stuck. That means the hole in this bead has a lot of debris, so I shall keep it. Shall take one from the edge and then I shall work with it later. I don't know, everything is getting stuck. I try and use a pin. There we go. So simply knot and tighten that knot, insert your next finger, and then hold this and pull it. As I said, this cord has been really difficult for me. I don't know why this particular color. I have been using so many colors from this set, but this one seems to be stiff. Even the knots are abrasive. It just, see this, how it is wavy. I'll finish knotting and come back and show you guys how we will do the adjusting square knot. The sliding knot or adjustable knot with the macrame square knots. This is just knotting, that is square knots. There we go. Hi friends, welcome back. I finished knotting both the sides. Now we will take the two cords. As you see, there is a lot of cord left. I will let you guys know exactly how much I used, but we need to make the sliding knot. So you can make the sliding knots as big as you want or as small as you want. At least 4 square knots should be good enough in my opinion. Actually 3 should be good enough, but I mean we really need something, right? So we really need some space to actually, like if it is a necklace, it holds weight, so we need that much for it to, I think, to support the system, I guess. So I'm just going to take about, say, 10 inches of cord. I think that should be good enough for my sliding knot. Normally I would suggest 8 inches. Now I'm suggesting 10 inches or more. So here you go. First you can start the P's and Q's. I always start with a Q. So keep the cord like this and then insert it like that. Hold the ends together in your finger, and I am assuming whoever knows square knots will know what I'm saying, the P's and the Q's. So this is a base cord, this is the knotting cord. So you can just tie an overhand knot for this and then start. That will be easier for beginners. So this is like a P format. Take the rightmost cord, keep it on top of the base cord, left cord on top of the right cord, underneath all the cords and through that loop that we created. So we have a knot here, tighten that knot up. So now we are going to do the Q. See how it is in a Q format. Take this one on top, go underneath and through this loop and then pull it tight. So P and Q. So these are square knots, macrame square knots. I will leave down the description box below the link for the video, basic macrame knots video, so that you can watch it and get familiarized with the square knot and come back and do it. It's simple and it allows you to slide the cords, thereby you can make it bigger and wear it. Since this necklace doesn't go through on top of my head if I do it tight, so I need the sliding knot. So I'm gonna do it. Don't make this knot way too tight, because you should be able to slide the cords underneath the knots a little bit freely, right? So normally you wouldn't, you would make it tight. This time just be a little bit generous about the tightness. So the thing is, some people are very tight beaders, like when they are doing bead weaving and stuff, they use thread and needle. They are tight beaders, and some people are tight knotters. So if you're one of them, just watch out for the sliding knot. I'm such a person who does the sliding knot very tightly than the regular knot, so that's funny. But I like to tie knots tightly, so I feel secure. So this much knots is enough. My cord is also reducing, so I'm just going to snip that off, but just leaving a short tail right there. Take this off from my knotty do it all. You can tape this to your counter and then do it as well, and then melt this end with a lighter. Be very careful and press it to the side, because you should not be gluing it shut to your cords, right? See, as I said. So this is what it is. Now what you need to do is, I am going to take a you can either take a 6mm or I don't have any 8mm. I have 2, but I have saved that for the earrings. So I can actually take the crystals and then do it, right? So you need a little bit of distance to move, so I'm just going to leave about, say, 5 inches or so. Then tie an overhand knot. Okay, and then snip this off. Do the same the other side. This time make sure that this side is also in the equal distance when you make a knot. There we go, and snip that off as well. Melt those ends. So I have this much left. Which is about, say, 14 inches left. In 80 inches, 14 inches left. I would suggest 70 inches for this necklace cord should be good enough, give or take. So I have enough space to make this big and wear it on top of my head, and then kind of cinches together. So this is how it looks. Let me just put it on the table. Let me just grab a mat. Show you guys the necklace, because so first a lockside knot, then 2 snake knots, and then beads, 2 gemstones crystal, 2 gemstones crystal. So we follow a pattern up till here, and then you just knot until you reach here, and then you add the sliding knot or the square knot to make this necklace bigger or smaller. So this is how it looks. I hope you guys like this video, this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.